Hey everyone, T-Zerf back with another video. So, I've been doing a lot of videos on Sega Game Gears, and I came across this Sega Genesis. The individual who owns it told me that it might play a game 1 out of 20 or 30 attempts. So apparently, he puts a cartridge in, turns the console on, and it usually displays nothing. But once in a while, he can get it to work. Let's get this thing open up and take a look and see what the heck's going on. It doesn't sound like it's a major problem. It should be a simple fix. The outside of the case is a little beat up. And this is mostly what I see with these Sega Genesis, unfortunately. Something that actually stands out to me here. I don't know if this shows up in the video or not. Hopefully it does, but these ports are filthy dirty. And then the underside is normal. The cover for this is usually missing, and it is on this. So let's get this open up. Alright, so the inside of this is a little bit rusty, probably stored in the basement someplace. The board itself is filthy dirty. I think that's cat hair. Hopefully that's what it is. Let's get this cover off and take a closer look here. Alright, got the cover off, and yeah, this board is filthy dirty. It does look like it's a VA0 USA, so it's one of the earlier boards, I believe. We do got some rust down here, and I don't really want to know what this is. It looks like there's some bug guts in here. Just my luck, I get the console that has bug guts. Let's see. Let me get these two screws out, and we'll get this whole board out to examine. Alright, here's the whole board. It is disgustingly dirty. In case it doesn't look that way in the video, just give me 1 second here. We'll take a cotton swab and just do this. Yuck. Okay. Well, there's really no point in me working on this until I clean it, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna go clean the video or the printed circuit board completely off. Hey, T-Zerf back. Yeah, this board is disgusting. Here's 2 Q-tips just to show you. I'm gonna be here a while, so I'm not really sure how to go about cleaning this. Usually I don't run into boards this filthy, and I don't have to worry about having to wipe down the entire board. I think what I'm gonna do is, oh, sorry, the video wasn't focusing there. I think what I'm gonna do is grab a vacuum and see how much of this I can just vacuum off, but something tells me that this stuff is stuck to this board, which means it's going to need a lot of scrubbing. I guess this is why people invest into ultrasonic cleaners. I don't know if this would be the ideal board for one of those to clean, but there's got to be a better way of doing this. So hey, if anybody out there is watching this video and you guys know a better way of cleaning an entire board like this, leave me a comment. I appreciate it. Anyhow, I'm going to pause this video and go spend the next couple hours cleaning this. So you guys will see me back in a couple seconds. It's realistically probably going to be a couple hours. Okay, we're back. I just want to show, even after cleaning this for an hour, I am still getting crap out of the nook and crannies. I used a toothbrush. I used a very soft paintbrush to get all the debris that's not stuck to the board off. But this thing's just filthy. People, if your console looks like this, you need to take better care of your console, seriously. Alright, I threw those nasty Q-tips out. I need to go wash my hands. They're all sticky and disgusting from this nasty board, but let's dive in here and see if we can figure out what the heck's going on. I think I got a good hunch that the game cart slot might have some corrosion or debris stuck in it, and that's what's causing this not to function. I don't see any obvious signs of any damage or anything, so we'll start there. All right, guys, you should be able to see under the microscope, and wow. I'm not sure what the heck that is. It looks like fur, hair, cotton. I'm not sure. It's a lot of things. Let me turn off the light here and see if I can get a better shot of this. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so that is disgusting. Let's just look through this game slot. I'm pretty sure we found what the problem is. It's probably nothing else. I'm not sure what's on these pins right here. There's something on there though. Let's keep going. I don't know what's on this board, but I'm having like an allergic reaction to it. Okay, some more debris. Some type of cat hair or pet hair or something. Maybe dog hair. What the hell is that? And a giant wad of... It's purple. That is so weird. Okay, well, as you can see, there's a bunch of stuff in here. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the reason why this isn't working. I'm going to see if I can pull some of the stuff out of the card slot. I don't know if I can get down there and actually pull it out. I don't think I can. Yeah, I really can't. Not the way that these are designed. Let's try a pick. This thing's so filthy dirty, I might just replace the entire game card slot, which would be a shame because other than all this debris, this thing looks like it's in decent shape. Come on, come out of there, whatever you are. Okay. I honestly have no idea what this is. I don't know if this is string, yarn. It's definitely man-made. It's from something. But there's a crap ton of this just jammed in here. I wonder if I can just run my pick. Hopefully you guys can see this. Trying to just dislodge all this, and then I'm going to take a vacuum cleaner and see if I can just suck all this stuff out. I don't know if this is actually causing a problem or not. It could be. But the fact that he's able to get this working... Oh, there's some more gunk. Yeah, there's a ton of it in there. Let's jump back from the microscope here and go back to the camera. All right, we're getting a bunch of fuzzy debris like this coming out of this. I'm gonna grab a vacuum and just see if I can suck this stuff out. I don't know if this is the reason why the games aren't loading, but something tells me this has something to do with it. And then we'll go ahead and we'll inspect the rest of the board. All right, guys, we're back. I vacuumed this out. Surprisingly, it worked really good. It actually removed everything. I don't know if that's the only issue, but let's go ahead and just... I'm not going to be able to show this on camera, but off to the side here, I do have a TV I can hook this up to, so we can at least plug this in. I did notice that one of the repairs I am going to do is this audio video output is heavily worn, so I'm going to go ahead and replace that. Well, let's go ahead and get this plugged in and see see if we can duplicate what the owner is talking about. Or maybe, who knows, maybe I got really lucky and it's the first repair in the history of repairs that all you have to do is vacuum it and it fixes it. All right, let's turn this on. Oh, we actually have a picture. Oh. Okay, well, you guys should be able to hear that. That's Altered Beast playing. So we said 1 out of 20 attempts. Let's move the board a little bit. Oh, come on. Is this repair really this simple? Oh. Well, I would expect it to freeze if I do that, though. Now it turned back on. So let's put it back in one more time. I actually think it's fixed. I'm gonna go ahead and inspect the board off camera and make sure there's not another component that's bad. If everything checks out, I'll go ahead and I'll replace this on camera to show how to do that, and then we'll get this back in the shell and we'll test it again. This is a really good example of a console that deoxit is really good at cleaning because we don't have any obvious signs of damage or failure, but the cartridge going in and out of the cartridge slot works sometimes and doesn't work other times. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit this with some deoxit, but let me inspect the board and then we'll replace this. All right, I inspected this board. Believe it or not, all that cleaning I did apparently wasn't good enough because under a microscope, this thing's still filthy dirty. It obviously needs more cleaning. There's only one thing that stands out to me. I don't know if somebody worked on this or not. And let's see here. Right here on the board, we have a couple pins that the solder is chipped away and they're loose. So I'm just going to reflow the solder here real fast. I don't think this is what's causing the issue, and the reason why is because here's the component that this is attached to. So that's really not the problem, but because I noticed it, we're going to take care of it anyways. And then I'm going to replace that audio video out. Let's throw some flux on here. We just got 4 pins. I'm going to need a little bit of solder. And there goes my cord. All right, and that's all set. So again, I don't think that had anything to do with the problem. I still think the majority of the problem is just the cartridge slot needs cleaning, and I am going to clean that further, but let's go ahead and replace this audio video output. As you can see, it's heavily worn. It's ugly looking, so let's get a new one put in there. For a comparison, this is what it should look like. This is a newer one. Here, we'll put it side by side. So, heavily worn, new. All right, I'm just going to reflow some of this solder because it is old and it is very hard. So hopefully we can get it to soften a bit here with some flux. Oh, there we go. So as a general rule, removing these old ports are a lot easier with a hot air station. Alright, so I'm realizing that this is actually very hard to film, having all these tools in the way, but I got my hot air right here. Let's just hit this and melt this and pull this out. Before I can do that, I need a pair of tweezers. Alright, so there we go. Hot air works really fast, really easy. Alright, turned my fume exhauster off. Let's go ahead and clean this a little bit. All right. Looks clean. Well, needs a little more cleaning. We'll get the rest later. If you're wondering what that black is, it's some of the black plastic from this connector that I melted. There's also some on this side. So it doesn't really matter though, as long as it's not sitting in the sockets, and I don't think it is. Well, while we're here, let's clean this side too. All right, new socket. Let's see if it fits. Oh, you know what? I had forgotten that these replacement sockets only have the front tabs. They don't have the back tabs, so they're actually easier to replace. Not that I'm ever going to be replacing this ever again, but... Sorry, I had to take it off camera to push this through. So the front notch on this... This right here, when you push it in, it squeezes it and it puts tension on it so that you don't actually have to hold this up to solder it back in place. So you just have to push it all the way down and then it holds itself, which is actually really nice. I don't know if that's by design or well, I would assume it's by design. As you can see on the old one, this is what I'm talking about. Oh. This is what I'm talking about. So when you push it through it, it holds it in place because it's wider right here. So, all Alright, gonna get this soldered. Gonna speed up this part of the video, and then we'll go to testing. All right, we got this all set. Let's go ahead and test this real fast. What I am going to do is I'm going to toss it back in the shell. All right, we got it back in the shell. Let's toss a game in here and get this plugged in. I just want to see if I wiggle the cartridge, if this is still causing the game to turn off or not. Well, we don't have anything, so I guess the slot still needs more cleaning. Oh, there we go, we got a picture. We got a very good picture. Yeah, wiggling this causes the game to freeze. Reset button doesn't work. The reset button doesn't work. Okay. Well, I wasn't told about that. So I guess we're going back in and taking another look at this. Yeah, the game keeps turning on though, but for some reason, doing that causes it to freeze. And actually, this has a lot more play in it than I remember. But it fires back on. All right, so that's an issue to solve at another time. But the reset button we need working, and it's not working right now. So let's take a look at that. All right, so this is a reset button, and the button appears to be okay as far as pushing it's concerned. I mean, it's not working, which is the real problem, but these contact points here don't look so hot, so I'm just going to reflow the solder and see if that fixes the problem. All right, so those are reflowed. Let's plug this back in and see if it works. Well, I apparently left the console on. Oh, it does work now. Wow, that's so weird. I can't believe that's all it was. I don't think I've ever seen a Sega Genesis where the reset button, the connections on it, had micro cracks in it that caused it to stop functioning. So let's just do one quick test before I end the video here. And that test is, let's put the shell back on and see if actually pushing the reset button on the shell works. Oh, yeah, it does. Yeah, for some reason touching like this still causes this to freeze. Alright, so I was looking underneath the microscope and there are some hairline cracks in some of these joints on the game card slot. So I'm just going to reflow these and see if that fixes the problem where you barely push the cartridge back when it's inserted and the game freezes, because that might actually be the only issue. I don't really like to replace these, even though I do have new ones. And the reason why is because the original ones are just way better quality and they last far longer. So I try to like to salvage these the best I can before I go to the last resort, which is replacing it. So let's just reflow this real fast and then we'll test this again and see if that fixes the problem. Alright, so we got that all reflowed. I'm going to go ahead and clean this up and get it put back in the shell so we can test this. Alright, we got it back in the shell and we got a game installed. Same game, Altered Beast. And the game starts. Alright, does reset work? Reset works. Alright guys, moment of truth. Did reflowing those pins solve this problem? Oh, it appears to have solved it. As you can see, I'm moving that in the camera and the game is still going. Alright, so that's good news. This Sega Genesis is all fixed. The owner can now enjoy his games for years to come. Anyhow, that's the video. Thanks for watching and I'll catch you guys in another one.